Blackstone Audio presents The Wild Inside, a novel of suspense, by Carbo. This book is read by R.C. Bray. For my mother, Françoise Janine Shimp, and my father, Robert Shimp. Every death, even the cruelest death, drowns in the total indifference of nature. Nature herself would watch unmoved if we destroyed the entire human race. I hate nature, this passionless spectator, this unbreakable iceberg face that can bear everything. This goads us to greater and greater acts. Peter Weiss. The Persecution and Assassination of Jean-Paul Marat. Fall, 1987. Paleness slipped into the dark sky and erased the stars as gracefully and peacefully as if nothing had happened. I struggled for breath, my chest shuddering violently each time I pulled in the bitter air. My teeth clattered noisily and I couldn't feel my legs. I knew my jeans had been wet earlier and they were frozen and hard as cement now that the fire had faded. I continued to stare in the direction he'd been dragged. All the noises had ceased except the sound of the gusting wind and the water lapping on the shore, but all the others, the screams, the grunts, the scuffling sound of the underbrush, even the small animals I'd heard scampering for cover, had not resumed their activity. And the fire, its crackles and pops had stilled as it died to a pile of white ashes with small embers. I couldn't remember starting it. Couldn't remember feeding it and keeping it stoked. A gust of wind slapped the smoldering smoke into my face. I flinched and tried to stand, my numb legs not wanting to work. I clenched a long stick and stared at it as if my arm had morphed into an alien appendage. I quickly looked back to the opening in the brush that I'd been watching for several hours, even when the light was syrupy dark and I'd waited for amber eyes to come for me. The branches of bushes and small, stunted spruce were broken, the skunkweed and bear grass flattened and smeared with a trail of blood. I squeezed my eyes shut and pictured my ma and my sisters at home in their warm beds. I ached for my mom, for her arms around me. Then I heard the screaming again in my head, right between my ears, expanding and pushing against my skull. I started to run, first stumbling, then full force. I ran and ran, faltering and—
Sample complete. Ready to continue?